So, hello everybody. Welcome to our seed presentation. And just to get started, my name is Dr. Deanna Kate. I am the director for undergraduate student programs here at Virginia Tech for CEED. And CEED stands for the Center for the Enhancement of Engineering Diversity. And so we make sure that we do all things to make our students feel welcome and to create a community with the students here at Virginia Tech who are in the College of Engineering. So just a little background information about CEED. CEED first started as the Office of Minority Engineering Programs in 1992. So we've literally been around for almost 20 or 30 years, actually. This is our 29th year in existence. And it was started by Dr. Beverly Watford, who is still here today. And she started as a director for the office, and she has continued on and is now the Associate Dean for Diversity for the College of Engineering. And initially, CEED was created to support African American, Hispanic, and women students within the College of Engineering. And in 2001, CEED's name, the Office of Minority Engineering Programs, was changed to CEED, which is what it is now. And we actually started the Hypatia program. So initially in 1992, when CEED first started, it was there. We had peer mentoring programs for the African American, Hispanic, and women students. And then in 2001 was the creation of Hypatia and some additional activities and programmings that we have. And then in 2004, we expanded again with some grants and things that came through with us. And our goal was to specifically target any and all underrepresented minorities. At the university, went from targeting only underrepresented minorities to being open to all students. So now we service any and all students in the College of Engineering at Virginia Tech. So a few things, a few programs that we have to offer, or a few sections of programs that we have to offer is first our K through 12. And this is pretty much for any student who is not currently in high school. They can stay connected with the university and with the College of Engineering through our K through 12 programs. And one of the first ones that we have is the Imagination Camp. And this is a 1-week day camp where students are able to come onto campus during the day, and it's for rising 7th and 8th graders. So if you're currently in the 6th grade and you're going to be in the 7th grade next year, or if you're currently in the 7th grade and you're going to be in the 8th grade next year, then you can be a part of the Imagination Camp. And we host approximately 40 students, and it takes place within 2 separate weeks in July. For this year, most of our summer camps, all of our K through 12 programming is going to be virtual, but some of our other programs that we'll talk about later will be in person. So the Imagination Camp will be virtually again this year. And then next we have the CTech Squared, which is a 2-week residential program for rising 11th graders and rising 12th grade girls. And we have had students come from all over the world to be a part of this program, CTech Squared. And next, we have the PCI, which is through NSBE, and we have what they offer is specifically for students, Black students who are interested in engineering throughout the whole year, the academic year. They have activities on Saturdays where they come to campus and they do different events and programs and activities and things to get them acclimated to what it's like to be an engineering student or to be an engineer, just to get them interested in engineering. And one last group that we have, or program that we have, is the Women's Preview Weekend. For this year, Women's Preview Weekend is actually not just a weekend, it's going to be throughout the week. And as I stated before, this program is going to be virtually this year. So in a typical weekend, what we have is the women who are interested in engineering and interested in Virginia Tech will come to campus. They are hosted and live with or sleep with sorry, not sleep with, but they room with some of our engineering women and engineers in the engineering program who are part of Galapatia, and they have a bunch of different events and activities for the students and parents to be able to be a part of. And one thing about CTech Squared and we have a RISE program and all that. If you participate in one of these programs, and you are accepted into the College of Engineering and you want to be a part of Galileo or Hypatia, and we'll talk about that a little more, then you get an automatic place in Galileo and Hypatia or Hypatia. So that's one of the benefits of being a part of some of the summer programs in our K through 12 programs that we have at Virginia Tech. And so moving into some of the undergraduate programs that we have with CEED, the first one is the STEP program, which is our bridge program where the students come 5 weeks before the semester begins and they take classes. So they will take the chemistry class, they'll take the chem lab class, and then they'll also take a math and a foundation of engineering class, just so they can see what it's like and try and get a better gauge of the semester in the classes that they will have to take as a first year student. STEP, the bridge program, is only for students who have been accepted and have accepted their admissions offer to the university. So they've been offered and they accepted their admissions offer into Virginia Tech. And STEP for this year is going to be in person. So the university just let us know that summer programs are offered. We can have summer programs in the summertime in person. And so STEP for this year is going to be in person, which is very exciting for us because all of us know that we've been in this pandemic for over a year now, and we're now able to have the students actually come onto campus. And then next, our second undergraduate program is the Hypatia and Galileo residential community. And just so you know, Hypatia is for females and Galileo is for males. And you all live together in one residence hall, and that's Hogue Hall on campus. And Hogue Hall is only for anyone interested in or who's tied to the Hypatia and Galileo communities. So it's only for the engineering students and only for the Hypatia and Galileo communities. And it's around 800 students who are tied to Galileo and Hypatia that live in this community. You can participate in the community only for your first year. And I love it when students participate not only for their first year, but throughout their whole experience as an undergraduate student. And then we even have some graduate students who stayed at Virginia Tech to get their master's degree who are also a part of Galileo and Hypatia as instructors. And so with the first year students, once you complete your first year, and as long as you're in good standing with us, you can apply to be a second year student. And the second year of Hypatia and Galileo is actually in a professional development opportunity. It's a leadership role for you. So you, as an upper class leader, you help the first year students make it through their first year as a student at Virginia Tech. And we put on programming for you. There's social activities, professional development activities, and a whole host of other activities and events for you to do as a first year student. And then if you want to continue on throughout your third and fourth year, there's also options for you as well. One thing about the first year of your Galileo or Hypatia experience is that you have to take the professional development seminar. And this is just a first year experience seminar where you're able to learn how to transition from your high school life to what it's really like to be a college student. What I've learned and I've seen over my years in higher education is that students say, well, I did so well in high school, I know I got this when I go to college. And that's not always the truth. A lot of students struggle with that transition, and that the Galileo or Hypatia seminar course is there to help you have a smoother transition from high school to college. And then next we have the CEED peer mentoring program. Also, before I forget this, the Galileo and Hypatia course or Live and Learning Communities also have a peer mentoring portion of it. So each of you will receive a peer mentor within the Galileo and Hypatia community. And so with the CEED peer mentoring program, this is specifically for students who are in the engineering department and they're accepted into the College of Engineering, but they weren't able to join Galileo or Hypatia, or they didn't want to join Galileo and Hypatia. So this is an opportunity for you to have a peer mentor for the first 10 weeks of your first semester as a first year student, and we have targeted events and activities for those students to participate with. They have weekly meetings with their peer mentors. We have different things such as the expo prep, which helps the students prep for the big expo career fair that happens in the fall semester. We also have the major scoop event, which is an event that helps the students figure out what major they want to go into in the fall semester, in the spring semester, when they have to apply for their specific major. And then also for this year, we're actually expanding that to having different professional development activities throughout the whole 10 weeks or throughout that semester. And even though it says that it's only for the first 10 weeks of the fall semester, students actually stay connected with their peer mentors throughout the year and actually after their first year. So it's a great opportunity for students to stay connected with other upper class students who have gone through the CEED programs in the College of Engineering. So that's it for that. What I will do now is allow for the peer mentor or the leadership team to introduce yourselves. We'll go with Leo, then we'll have Haley, and then Kobe, and then Marielle. You can, if you introduce yourself, tell what year you are at the university and what your current role is and what you'll be doing with CEED next year.
All right. Hey guys, I'm Leo Oliveira. I'm a sophomore in mechanical engineering this year, and right now, and I guess leading up to next year as well, I'll be a mentor liaison. So pretty much I'll be a mentor for the incoming mentors coming in next year.
Hi, I'm Haley. Okay, yeah, my mic's working. Sorry. I'm a sophomore in aerospace engineering, and I will be a committee liaison for the professional development committee. And I'll just be helping the sophomores create just like their programming for the professional development to help out the incoming freshmen.
Hello, I'm Jacob Washington. I'm a junior in civil and environmental engineering, and next year I will also be a mentor liaison. So, like Leo said, mentoring the mentors so we can help out freshman students.
Hi, I'm Marielle Bushy. I'm a junior in material science and engineering. I'm currently, and I will be next year, committee liaison for the Studio Design Challenge Committee, and we just plan different engineering challenges for the freshmen using the studio.
Hi, I'm Mary Pletcher. I'm a sophomore in industrial and systems engineering, and I came in as a freshman into Hypatia, and I was a returning mentor my sophomore year, so I'm still living in Hogue, and that has been a great experience. And now I'm returning again to be a mentor liaison, and so that has been a really great experience. And yeah, that's basically my extent with CEED, but I'd love to talk more about it.
Hi, I'm Russell. I'm a senior in electrical engineering. I've been a part of CEED as in the Galileo Living Learning Community since a freshman. Started out as a freshman in there, came back as a sophomore and junior as a mentor as well as a committee member, and I also TA'd for the Galileo class. And now this year I'm a mentor liaison where I help run the mentors and stuff like that.
Hi, my name is Harita. I stuck with CEED all my undergraduate life over here. I came in as a Hypatia member in my first year. My second year, like Russell and Mary, I was a mentor and a committee member. And then my third year, I had the opportunity to start my own committee or like a team for international students. And then my fourth year, I serve as the Galapagos leadership team member for the Stable Mind Initiative. So yeah, I've jumped around, but then stuck along all the way. And yeah, I'm a senior in computer engineering.
So what made you stay a part of Galileo and Hypatia after your first year? So whoever wants to answer.
I can go first. What made me stay in Galapagos? So freshman year, I came here. I really had no idea what was going on when I came here to Virginia Tech. And then I got this email. I was like, okay, this program named Galapagos, dorm of engineers. That's how I thought of it. I was like, okay, I'll sign up for it. got a mentor. When I got here to Virginia Tech, it definitely took some adjusting to do from high school, of course. But my mentor definitely made that transition easier. And I wanted to come back and make the transition easier for a freshman that next year. So I came back as a mentor, and then I became a mentor liaison because, that's just how the hierarchy works. And I thought that would be cool. And I'm having fun with it. So.
Yeah, I mean, I have like kind of a similar story. Just coming into college, I think everyone starts off really rough. At least I did. Did poorly on tests and all that. But I guess coming into college, I wanted to be part of like an organization or like an atmosphere that really like, I guess, uplifts people, gives people opportunities. That got me involved with Galileo, got me involved with SHIP, which is the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers. So I guess after my freshman year, I just wanted to stay involved with the community, just be able to do what my mentor did for me. And that's why I became a mentor. And after that, I became a mentor liaison. So I guess I just want to keep on being a part of that community. As a mentor, I was able to help, freshman engineering students that were struggling just like I was. Now, hopefully as a mentor liaison, I'll be able to do the same for mentors. So the freshmen can also get the best experience out of having a mentor.
So I decided to stay because I really loved everybody on my hall. Like we would just all like stand outside of our rooms when it was, like non-COVID time, and we would just stand there and we would just be talking to each other. Our doors would constantly be open and we would just walk down and just start talking to each other. And so what made me really decide to stay was I wanted to help the freshmen incoming this year because we got our decisions, I think, around when COVID was starting, and I wasn't sure if it was going to keep on going. So I wanted to help them just like get to meet new people because I figured it'd be a little harder. And then now I want to be on the professional development to just like show them their opportunities other than just internships and maybe help them focus on just like what they can do in their future career.
Thank you all. So if you were a freshman, if you were with a freshman or someone coming in now, what would be one piece of advice that you would give them in reference to CEED?
I would just say take advantage of all the opportunities CEED offers. If it's not just through like, I guess in college, Deanna was talking about like K through 12 programs. You have STEP, CTech Squared. So you have all these opportunities to, I guess, get to know what Virginia Tech has to offer. And that kind of gives you an inside look on like how much CEED tries to help students out, whether it's through like peer mentoring or through the Galileo and Hypatia programs. And that's just K through 12. And then once you get into college, they still continue to provide opportunities. If you want to be a mentor, a committee member, community liaison, all that's through just the Galileo and Hypatia programs. And then if you kind of want to have the same influence, you can just be a peer mentor, which is pretty much the same. You're chosen as a mentor and I guess get to be given a group of mentees to kind of help them up. So honestly, there's a lot of opportunities through CEED.
I think there's a question in the Q&A. I think it says, can you please talk a little bit more about the 2 K through 12 programs for women?
So there's one specific program specifically for women, and that is the CTech Squared program, and that's for the 11th and 12th graders, the rising 11th and 12th graders. And pretty much what that is the opportunity for them to come into the university and see what it's all about and get that hands-on experience with the with engineering. And I know that they have dates that are currently available that show us when it happens. And so I'm gonna look that up really quick. So were any of you all involved in any of the pre-college or the K through 12 opportunities that we offered? STEP?
I wish I went to STEP, but I didn't. I wish I did.
One thing about the STEP program was that the Transition Engineering Program, that's what it stands for. It's there for any student So as long as you've accepted your admission into the university, you have the ability to attend the STEP program 5 weeks before the semester starts. And it's a great opportunity for the students to be able to see how they would do in those first semester classes. So the chem lab, math, and then also the engineering class.
Yeah, because I definitely know some of my friends that went to STEP and they were able to like get ahead in their classes. They came here in the fall. They already kind of knew what was going on. I came here in the fall. I had no idea what was going on. So,
Yes.
I definitely think STEP would have been an advantage for, the transition into college. And it gives you a taste of, what college classes are actually like. They have like AP and DE classes. I think they sort of represent what college classes are like, but you won't know what a college class is like until you actually take a college class. So,
Thank you for that. So that is the opportunity for the students to get a step up or a heads up on everything that's happening. With the CTech Squared camp that's available, it's going to take place from Sunday, June 20th through Saturday, July 3rd. And it's going to be virtual, and the tuition is reduced for this year to $200 due to COVID. So the application is available for you on the CEED website. And then second, we have the Women's Preview Weekend. I'm sorry. So with the CTech Squared camp, it's happening June 2nd or June 20th through July 3rd. The application is open now until April 12th. And then the Women's Preview Weekend is actually taking place April 12th through April 16th. And a lot of the things will happen from 7 to 8:30. And then during that time, and then also on Saturday, April 17th from 1 to 5. And you don't have to, you're not required to attend all of the sessions, but registration for that is currently open. We're excited to be able to finally have the university open over the summer, but we were hoping that we could have these different programs and things open in person this summer. But by the time we got to it, we had to call it because we had so many people asking questions about it and trying to figure out things that were going to happen. And so luckily this summer STEP is going to be in person, which is going to be very helpful for those students who did not get into the College of Engineering, but are still interested in the College of Engineering, because if you go through the STEP program and you are successful, then you have the ability to actually get into the College of Engineering for the fall semester. Which is one of the perks of being a part of CEED and being a part of our K through 12 programming, and then also some of our early college programs as well, because that gives you the option you'll get a leg up when it comes to applying to the university and getting into the university. And then also for Galileo and Hypatia, if you participate in any of our K through 12 programming, you automatically get a seat in or space within Hypatia and Galileo. So that's one of the biggest perks for being involved within CEED. And then also one program that we did not touch on that was recently started a couple of years ago is the Pathways program, which is for first generation college students. So if you're a student whose parents didn't go to college, or if you're a parent and you didn't go to college, we do have that program for, I believe it's rising sophomores through seniors, to be able to come to CEED or come to Virginia Tech during the summertime and be a part of our community and be a part of the university and have all of the events and activities and all of the experiences to actually see what it's like to be an engineering student at the College of Engineering at Virginia Tech. So that's some other activities and events and programs that we have to offer. Do any of the panelists have any additional comments or anything that you would like to add about CEED and about our programming?
I will say that it definitely helped me keep a schedule, because in high school I had a very strict schedule where I feel like it was just like all the same every single day. So the CEED program definitely helped me like get back into making schedules, because when I came to college, like everything just went out the window and I was all over the place. And I was like, what am I doing? And then he was like, hey, why don't you just do this? And I'm like, oh yeah, calendars, they exist. So, and like agendas. So that just helped me a lot.
So I will throw out a question just so you all can get a better understanding of what CEED is like. So what would you say is the best thing about being a first year student within CEED?
For me, I would say the sense of community that you really have. It was really nice knowing that if I'm having a problem in my chemistry class, that I'm not the only one who is having that problem, because I can go out and the people to the left and to the right of me are also in the same class and are like, yeah, I didn't understand that either. And what was really beneficial was, oh, I understood that. And then they explain it to you in there. It gives you a community that really helps you to be able to connect. And of my main friend group in there that I have here at Virginia Tech, all of them are actually from Galileo and Hypatia, except for one of them. So you make friends that will last your entire college career, and the people there are really great at being able to help and support you.
I think my experience was very similar to Russell's. I honestly signed up for Hypatia. I tell I'm one of the last people who signed up. I signed up for it in July. So it is a miracle I got in. And I signed up with the sole reason that, oh, I'll have homework to do it, because I was a big introvert in high school. So I did not want to make friends, but I wanted someone to do homework with me. So I did that. But I think the one big aspect about being in, like, living in a dorm full of engineers is that, like, I had a whiteboard outside where I would write, I need help with Calc 1. I am having trouble with the upcoming test. And there'll be people walking by the room and they'll see that like notice on the board, and they'll come knock at your door and help you. Like, I think that's just a quality with people in Virginia Tech, but everyone's so helpful that you will always find help. And like, they would come to you. You don't even need to go out. So I love that aspect. And I think that is something I stuck along with, like, all my undergraduate. And like Russell told, all my friends right now are people I met my freshman year who lived across the hall beside me, and they're all friends with me. I'm roommates with one of them now in my fourth year. So you would make friends for a lifetime for sure, at least your entire college life. And I think the other thing I actually enjoyed was, like, the first year seminar, because I think most of the assignments, while I did it, I grumbled upon it. But then now, as a fourth year, I go back to using the same assignments. Like, I looked up my Hypatia cover letter to write a cover letter for a company that I'm applying to now. And like, I remember I used, like, we have an Excel to like calculate grades. I used it every semester after my Hypatia class. So all the tools, like the little tools they give you as assignments, you would grumble doing it while you do it, but they literally are so beneficial over the course of your engineering, like, correct, like, just doing engineering for the 4 years. Yeah, I see Russell Lauder's head, like, I can relate. I think those are my two most appreciative aspects, like doing homework and the Galapagos seminar. They helped me a lot.
I will say the exact same things. I'm really close friends with the people who were on my hall and struggled through freshman homework with me when I was living in Galapagos. And so automatically you have a whole community. One thing that I think I'll add in is just the mentorship aspect of CEED was really helpful for me freshman year. Not only do you have like all of your fellow freshmen and people in the CEED department, but there is a mentor that you can go to, someone who's an upper class leader who's gone through what you've gone through. And it can be very comforting to have someone who's just like already been through your experience, and like a voice of reason almost, and someone who can help you through whatever it is you're going through. And they also know a lot more about Virginia Tech, just campus and the resources available. So if you ever have any confusion, you have a point of contact and someone you like can feel comfortable asking about that. And I also made some of my closest friends in my mentor group. So definitely the mentorship was very, very helpful.
Thank you all for that. And they did mention this for the application process for Hypatia and Galileo. Well, Haritha mentioned that she waited until the last minute waited until July to apply. I don't recommend to do that because it does fill up very fast. But we are glad that she's here. And the application process for both Hypatia and Galileo are currently open, and it will stay open until we are full. This year we have I believe 350 spaces available for Galileo, and around 300 spaces available for Hypatia. And if you are on the fence on whether or not you want to accept your admissions offer for Virginia Tech, and you still want to apply to see if you can get into Hypatia or Galileo, there is an application that's available on the CEED website for students who have not yet accepted their admissions application or their admission to the university. So you can apply before you get accepted, and you'll go through the review process. And if you get accepted, you'll receive a letter that says, "Hey, congratulations, you've been accepted," and gives you the steps on how to apply through our StarRez system. And one thing about that is you have until May 1st, actually May 3rd, to accept that offer if you apply before you're accepted into, or before you accept your admission. If you are interested in our CEED peer mentoring program, the application or the registration for that does not begin until sometime in the summer. I want to say sometime in June is when the registration starts for that. And then also for the STEP program, if you're interested in the bridge program, and as I said before, anybody is able to join the STEP program. That application is currently open, and it will be open until, I believe, sometime in May. So we have all of these opportunities for you. And I'm sorry, that's only for the students who are currently admitted to the university. So for our K through 12 events and activities, those are currently open as well for you to register for them. And they should be open until sometime in May. You can always go to the CEED website, look up CEED, CEED, at Virginia Tech, and you'll be able to see all of the things that we have to offer for students. Why would you recommend for students to stay involved in Galileo and Hypatia, or any of the CEED programs that we offer after their first year?
I can think of two reasons for sure. One is one thing is like if you had a great experience, which happened to me. I wanted other students who are incoming to have a better experience than me or experience as good as me. So I was like, I need to be a part of this team. It's great leadership skills to develop, because when you do behavioral interviews with companies, which even for a technical job, they would have at least one behavioral question. You can always tell you were a mentor, you know how to guide students, you can do the same. You had experience working in a team, because in Galapagos, as a mentor, as a committee member, you will always work in a team. So you build leadership skills. I think those are the two reasons I would definitely stay back in CEED. And I made that decision when I was a freshman. I was I want to be a part of this community to build my skills, because as I told, I was a introvert coming in from high school. So it kind of gave me this opportunity to step into a different shoe and see and expand myself.
Returning after your freshman year is a way to give back to the community, and you expand your skills so much. I know not only did just as a mentor, I had to schedule weekly meetings and make sure all of my topics were ready to go, and checking in on my mentees, and that teaches you some valuable skills that you can definitely talk about in future interviews or just use in future team environments. And I also think one of my favorite things has been just learning from the freshmen and fellow mentees as well, but especially as a mentor and getting to see how the freshmen are organizing their schedules, or what their interests are, or what they're trying new that I didn't even think to try my freshman year. I actually learned some things from them, as well as sharing what I learned. And that was really fun, and actually really helped me and professionally and academically. And it's a really fun experience. You get to have a whole nother group of people to talk to and get to know the incoming freshmen, which is very fun. They're, as Galapagos students, they're almost all the time very excited, and it's a great community to come back to. Yeah.
Thank you all so much. The CEED website on there, so it's eng.vt.edu/CEED CEED, CEED, and you can get more information about our programming and everything that we have to offer from that website. So if you are interested in coming to Virginia Tech, if you would like to be a part of our family, we would be more than happy to have you here and to have you as a student within the CEED department and within the College of Engineering. And it was really nice to see you all today. And thank you to our panelists for coming out and talking about your experiences.